It's a great question because for me, I am a very privileged position of a white male in New Hampshire. And suddenly I hear what targets tell me about their experiences. And it's interesting, they never use the word victim. They're always survivors. And I like that. So to share one story would be, I was in Israel, at Yad Vashem in Jerusalem, and was privileged to be in a room full of survivors. And one of those survivors was Hannah Pick, and she was the childhood friend of Anne Frank. In fact, was with her at the end in Bergen-Belsen. And I was with a colleague from Bosnia who he himself had suffered through the genocide of the Balkans and was still very tormented by what had happened to him. He was very traumatized. So I like to listen in. And he leaned in and he asked Hannah, I think one survivor to another. It was a horrible question, but I understood it fully, which was, how did you get even when the war was over? And Hannah, so many years removed now from that experience, but never really removed from it, responded to him by offering hope, I think. And she said, I have children. He didn't quite understand what she was saying to him. And so he leaned in closer and said, no, seriously, how did you really get even with those Nazis? And she smiled and offered him that she has grandchildren. And I often ask students, what do you think she was trying to offer to him? What was she saying to him? And I think it was a Jewish and mainstream religion belief that you choose life. You could choose to become a perpetrator. You can justify that. And perpetrators sleep very well at night because they justify in their mind why what they're doing is morally correct. That's disturbing in and of itself. That's the reality. But what the survivor offered me was a sense of hope. That by choosing life, by choosing not to give in to being evil, to accepting the other as something less than you, then you provide hope. Because with every child born, the Nazis, ISIS, or whoever you're dealing with in the extreme loses because life wins.